Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Repeat here, and tonight we are at Bristol Motor Speedway, Thunder Valley, the last great Coliseum, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be the trucks, baby. It's Bristol, baby. I can't wait to get this race underway. We got between 15 and 20 trucks going to be on track. We still got all 12 chasers just trying to get that one win to lock themselves into the next round. As you see, the truck points are still scrolling across the bottom of the screen. The list of tracks on the top gets shorter and shorter. Again, it was Kansas and the Glen before this. Now we just got Bristol and Indy left in this round. Next round is going to be a whole lot of fun, too. You got Vegas, you got Dega. You got, I think it's either Road America or something like that, but it's going to be a lot of fun. But tonight, it's all about these truck guys here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Half-mile, high-banked, a lot of action. It's going to be a lot of fun, and these guys never, ever disappoint. They always put on a great race. They are in the middle of qualifying right now. They just started a little bit ago. So since qualifying here typically goes pretty quick, we're going to get this over to our buddies at Madison Rising, let the anthem get worked out, and then we'll be back here to check up on these guys, get our invite in, and get this race underway. What do you say? Let's go ahead and stand, move our hats, and here's Madison Rising.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. The land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner
All right. Once again, one rare, very, very big thank you to Madison Rising for allowing NNR to use their version of the national anthem at the start of every single one of these NNR races. Whether it's the trucks tonight, the Xfinity on Tuesday, or the Cup guys on Thursday night. Definitely appreciate it. Guys, go ahead and check them out over on Spotify and YouTube. They've got a really, really great playlist. I can tell you that the guys here are just about done qualifying. They're working their way back to the lobby right now to get settled in. Again, go ahead and check out Madison Rising on YouTube and Spotify. They've got a very, very good playlist. Or I think I told you last week, the lead singer of Madison Rising has actually gone his own way. His name is Dave Bray. He goes by Dave Bray USA. Check him out. Absolutely, man's got incredible skills with a guitar, great vocals. You will not be disappointed whatsoever. But yeah, these guys are now back in the lobby, getting that last-minute pep talk from the one and only NNR SWATs, getting them ready for Bristol. Again, half-mile high bank oval. We'll have to see if that high line actually comes into play, or if everybody gets that bottom line going. Man, who knows? It really is all about whatever preset they choose. But I'm looking forward to a lot of great racing, a lot of, at times, side-by-side racing. I'm looking forward to a lot of passing. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, between 15 and 20 trucks will be on track tonight. And what else is there to say? It's Bristol, baby. Come on. I'm amped up. I really am ready to go. I've been looking forward to this race for a while. And next week, talk about a complete contradiction in tracks. You're going from a high banked half mile to probably the flattest 2-mile track out on the circuit at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're going to find out who's going to kiss those bricks and who's going to have their last chance to lock themselves into the chase once that checkered flag flies at again, Indy. I thought I just heard somebody, but nope, I was wrong. I might be joined at some point tonight by the one and only NNR Mountain. We'll have to see if he's able to work his way in here or not. The man just finally got himself into a different kind of a schedule to where he's working Monday through Friday. Man, it must be nice. And he's going to try to work his way in here. If he does, that'd be great to see and hear him. It'll be his first time in the booth. In case y'all didn't know, and I know I've said it many times, but Mountain is the one that is responsible for all of our commercial content, whether it's talking about nnrleague.com under the Zazzle tab for all your NNR merchandise, or if it's how to follow NNR on Twitter or wherever, or he still has that diecast that we're trying to give away if we can get 50 people into a lobby and one person can answer a very, very general question about the 50th anniversary race at Charlotte Motor Speedway back in the day when Bruton Smith was really calling all of the shots. I'll have the streams tonight of the one and only NNR Cowboy as well as King Outbreak. Y'all have seen King Outbreak in the last 2 weeks, very up close and personal. When he came across that checkered flag, I pulled up his stream. You got to see how happy he was on his camera, how focused he was during the races, what his strategy, or a little bit of what his strategy was as he took his truck or car in the Xfinity Series down pit road. But as of right now, Asbel and King Outbreak are the only ones that are locked into the chase. There's nobody else that knows for sure that they will be racing come Las Vegas next week, or I'm sorry, in 2 weeks, nope, 3 weeks, rather, when we head over to, again, Las Vegas and the start of the second round of the 2020 chase here for the NNR Truck Series. Looks like their lobbies are still paused. Again, SWAT's probably reminding them it's a half mile. You're going to see a little bit of bumping, a little bit of banging. Keep your tempers under control the best that you possibly can. It's going to be a good time. man, I don't know how many times or how many different ways I can say that. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing these trucks under the lights um, at, at Bristol. I mean, it's Bristol. What else needs to be said about that, right? But man, again, 15 to 20 tracks. We'll find out who our pole sitter is here in just a little bit. Find out if there's any upsets on the front row, or if it's going to be the regular cats, an Asbull or a Cowboy, King Outbreak, Watt Racing, or is it going to be somebody else? Is it going to be a Double J? Is it going to be a Papa Bear? Who's it going to be? Could be Elite. I mean, there's absolutely no way of knowing just yet. I'm hoping that I'll get that ever important invite here pretty soon so we can get this thing rolling. Um, if any of y'all got any questions out there about the Truck Series or about the chase, the standings, how it's all calculated, if you have any shout outs towards your favorite NNR driver, please make it known. These guys, they do all they can for you every week to make sure that there's that they put on a good show. So yeah, let's hype them up, check them out. It's gonna be a good time. I'm going to take a quick second here to crack an ice cold Mountain Dew, and we're going to get ready to go flying around Bristol. Give me 1 second. All right, guys. Thanks for bearing with me 1 second. What's going on there, Lee? How are you, man? Good to see you. Getting ready to kick off these trucks here. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait, man. Again, I've been waiting for this race to finally hit the schedule for quite a while for quite a while now. Again, 15 to 20 trucks on track. A lot of too wide. A little bit of banging maybe. They're gonna have to pit going down into turn three, following the apron all the way around into the pit road, and then come off the pits on the back stretch. So it's going to be, I'm sorry, on the front stretch rather. It's going to be interesting. They should all be able to fit on the front stretch, so that should not be an issue whatsoever. I'm guessing SWATs is experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty there. It looks like the lobby's still paused. They haven't been able to kick this off just yet. Yeah, it'll be good to see you back on track, man. Absolutely. Let me go ahead and check back in again here, and it looks like they're loading in. So let me just double check here, make sure I didn't get an invite. No, I didn't. Let me go remind them. I will be right back.
Any cautions at all?
Hey, can somebody send me an invite, please? I need an invite, please. Thank you very much. All right. We should have our invite here in just a second. There it is. They are loading in right now, so we won't miss a single turn, I promise you. All right, so I got an invite from Swats and from Double J. Again, Double J, thank you very much for your service to our country. You are NNR's Marine. Absolutely appreciate you, man. And it looks like Trip sent me an invite too. So better have more than one sometimes. But here they are, taking their pace lap. Looks like the 75 of Fatless Dig is going to be your pole setter. With Asbel to his outside, you got King Outbreak right there in P3. Bot plays the 00 of Blessed Hands. Lil Tank in that 5. NNR Trip. And I'm going to work my way back up because they did not take 2 pace laps this time. Looks like they only took 1. And the Fatless Dig is going to try to hold off Asbel. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, though. Nope. Asbel looks like he's a little loose. See the rear end of that truck shaking back and forth as he's trying to come off that corner. You probably see it again here just a little bit. Looks like he's kind of fighting that wheel, which means he probably started on a little bit higher of a preset to make sure he was going to have the speed to really get up and get going. I'm actually going to work my way back through the pack here just a little bit, kind of at the traffic as we're going along. These truck guys, they put on a hell of a show every week, no doubt whatsoever. Probably going to see a lot of guys really switching up their lines depending on what their tires are doing. And talking about tires, the stages are like 52 and then 54, and that's about how far they can go on a tank of gas. So is somebody really going to try to stay out on those tires, or are they going to be cooking them in there trying to really hold things off, or what's going on here? Yeah, Bills, I hear you, buddy. Asbel is up front leading this pack 17 around Bristol Motor Speedway, but man, things happen here in a hurry. You never know. He could be trying to lap somebody later on, and somebody gets into him. You never know. I don't wish anything bad on the guy, but he has been extremely dominant in the trucks this year, just like Boehner's been in the Xfinity series. But I know, Bills, you're pulling for anybody affiliated with J-Paw's Army, and there's a lot of guys out here that would love to be competitive and drive with you, and you know, if Cole decides to come back next year, or maybe Chained, but you know, Cole, I'm sorry, not Cole, Q-Dog, J-Paw, Master Killer. I mean, there's so many people that would love to get in here and ride around with these guys. You saw just a little bit of 3-wide action right there between the 18 and I think that's the 98 to his outside, but a lot of side by side. That is what this place is about. How you doing tonight, Bills? Keep going through the field here just a little bit. Here's the team of Spurl with exclusively elite right behind him. There's the 90 of old Pop Bear again, rocking a different paint scheme almost every week. He decides to change these up just a little bit. Here's Fatless Dig, your pole sitter. Looks like he's kind of relegated back to P3 right now. There's Asbel. Here's your pole sitter looking back as he comes down to backstretch going into 3 and 4. He's got at least a healthy 3 to 4 car lengths back on King Outbreak. I do again have the stream of King Outbreak to help me along here with lap counts and whatnot, but NNR Lees and Bills, you haven't missed anything at all. The green flag literally just went in the air a handful or so laps ago, but we know how fast this track, how fast this race goes by. There's Double O, a blessed hand, looking at the inside of the 77. 77 bounced off that wall just a little bit. Side by side, going into the corner. Double O down low, 77 up high. Looks like 77 is going to have the momentum off that high side. Double O is going to try to come back to him underneath. 77 says no, slams that door shut, and we're still rolling. Just listen to these motors around this place. They sound phenomenal. The reverb off the wall, especially like this right now. Look at this. You have, I'm not sure if this is 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, all side by side, but these truckers, they know how to get it done. The 77 of Tar Heels, the one that put that move on the Double O on the high side. So he's definitely got a good piece coming off the corner. Let's see here. All right. Still working our way through. Here's Cowboy. Cowboy had an interesting Xfinity race, in case y'all didn't see that. He posted a clip on Twitch where something happened with the car of Stay Finessed right behind him, and they ended up going flat into the turn 1 wall at Watkins Glen. Definitely not too happy about it, and I wouldn't have been either. But right now, these guys are doing all they can to work their way through the field, get past the traffic while the tires are still somewhat fresh. And again, depending on which preset they started on is really how they're going to have to, as we see the 8 of Asbel trying to get underneath the 90 of Pop Bear. Pop Bear looks like he's going to give him plenty of room. He stayed up high, let the 8 go down low. So far, Pop Bear is the first casualty, 1 lap down, and it looks like the truck of King Outbreak, and Pop Bear made a little bit of contact. Looks like Pop Bear was put up into the wall just a little bit, but no harm, no foul. Everybody stayed with the tires pointing in the right direction. No caution. Still looks like as Pop Bear goes down pit road, every one of the tracks that started tonight is still out on the track. That's always a good thing. Right now, it looks like your top 5 is the 8 truck of Asbel, King Outbreak right behind, Fatless Dig, who started on the pole. Then you got Bot Plays and Little Tank. A lot of your top guys that are vying for this year's championship, trying to depose the 88 of Watt Racing. But I can tell you, Watt is not going to go down without a fight. I'm sure at some point before the end of the night, we'll see that 88. At the point, whether it's after a stage break or what, but once these guys can make some adjustments to their trucks, we may have a whole new set of players at the front. We'll have to wait and see. Here's Little Tank. Here's the 5 of Little Tank, looking to the front. Who's that? Nope, okay. There's Watt Racing talking about your past series champion. Looks pretty good. He's actually throwing this one back a little bit, so it's a nice looking Ford F-150, I believe. Yeah, it's a nice looking truck. Again, the numbers on the door and the red rims indicate who is in position to keep going on in the chase. So right now, again, Asbel and the only one that's completely locked in the trucks anyway is King Outbreak. Everyone else still trying to get that win. If something should happen to Asbel, while he's got about 15 points on second in points, which is King Outbreak. If something happens to him tonight, he could easily fall out if you think that you can get 40 points or more in a single race, depending on how you do in the stages. So I have to see. I have no idea. I haven't seen those decisions. Master Killer are over my pay grade, but good to see you, sir. Always great to see you in here in chat. See the 8 of Asbel going underneath the 25. 25 of Alpha York. Now he's going to try to get past the 51 of Swats. Then he's got the 18 of NNR Cowboy right in front of him. And boy, yeah, Asbel is just moving through this little pack right now. Here comes Tar Heel. I'm not sure if he had an issue or what, but yep, still looking up. There you see that 8, and Cowboy's going to try to keep it off the wall. Good job by the 18. Oh, a little bit of contact inside. Looks like Swats was there. Cowboy didn't see him. They're going to be side by side. Coming off the corner, going down the backstretch, heading into 3 and 4. It's still going to be the 51 down low, 18 up high. 18 should have the momentum off. Whoa, contact. 51's going around. See if you can grab a gear and keep it going, or if we're going to have our first caution of the night. I don't see the caution flag as of yet, so we're gonna stay green. But that was all because 18 came off the corner a little higher and made some contact with the safer barrier. Went back down, collected the 51 of Swats, and you all saw the result there. Keep going through. Here's 90 of Papa Bear, 75 of Fatless Dig. There's Asbel. So right now, Asbel has a lot of trucks at least one lap down. We saw the 18 go down. We saw the 90 go down. We saw quite a few. And looking ahead, he's going to be trying. I think that's a 17 right there. He's going to be trying to get that 17 a lap down. And when it comes to this place, you want to try to stay as close to the leaders as possible if you are lapped. That way, if a caution has come out, you're capable of getting that free pass. And look who it is in chat. It's the one and only Rock NASCAR. Rock, good to see you, sir, as always. Man, we got a pretty good show. Pretty good show on store for tonight. Between 15 and 20 trucks here at Bristol, and as you know, these guys never disappoint when it comes to putting on a good show. Right, so far we've been all green. I can't say 100% clean. We've seen a couple trucks go around, but not in the racing group, so the caution did not come out. But yeah, here we are, Thunder Valley, the last great Coliseum. All this banking, nowhere to run, half mile, concrete, man. Just still working our way through. Again, there's the 88 of Watt Racing. Okay, baby, what's happening? Let's actually go ahead and find your old Mr. Exclusively Elite for you. Let's see here. Last I saw, he's right around the 88. There he is. I believe that he is still on the lead lap. However, that truck that's right behind him, that is your leader, and he's coming in a hurry. So we'll have to see if Asbel. Look, actually, no, I take that. Either something happened with Asbel, or he's going to go ahead and pit. But no, I'm gonna err and say that something happened, because he is no longer anywhere near the back bumper of this 64. It doesn't look like he's catching him either. There's the 8. He's going down pit road right now. Right along with the 90 of Papa Bear. So it looks like our first round of green flag pit stops is underway. The next time King Outbreak passes the start-finish line, I'll go ahead and grab us a lap count. Looks like there's just 6 laps remaining here in stage 1. So King Outbreak right now shows as P2. Doesn't I? He doesn't have the time differential between himself and the leader. So we'll have to see how that works. But let's go ahead. There we go. There's Asbel. Now, again, I don't know if Asbel is the leader or if he's pit, but I can tell you for sure that King Outbreak is absolutely in P2 with 4 laps remaining. Doesn't look like anybody's going to have anything for this 8 truck, at least here in stage 1. So Asbel looking to cash in max points. King Outbreak, the winner for the last 2 weeks, right here, right behind him. Just trying to run it out. Looks like between the start of the race where they're running, mid 15s to high 16s by the end of the fuel runs, these guys are doing all they can to really stretch it out, and those lap times absolutely prove that. 2 more laps to go. They're on lap 54 of 55. They'll be coming around to take the first green and white checker to end stage 1. Again, Asbel is going to go ahead. Looks like he's going to go ahead and get that done as he crosses the line. There you go. King Outbreak right behind him, P2, and yeah, we're going to come to our first stage break. And what do you know? Just like that, 52 laps down, Blessed Hands was 3rd, Fatless Dig was 4th, and Bot Plays having a good race. It came home in P5. Guys, let's take a quick commercial break. Be right back. Here, let's take a look at that car we're still trying to give away.
Hey NNR fans, get your hands on this Lowe's Motor Speedway 50th anniversary diecast that's signed by track owner Bruton Smith by watching repeat broadcasts on Twitch. If we get over 50 live viewers on any stream, the diecast will be unlocked. The winner will then be determined by a trivia question selected by repeat. First to answer adds this sweet ride to their collection. Thanks for being the best fans around.
All right, as always, they got about 5 seconds left here in that caution. Let's go ahead and work back up. Looks like it's going to be the 94, the 8 on the front row. Who would have guessed that, right? So they're going to take us back to the green. Not quite sure how many cars or trucks were left there on the lead lap, but it looks like Asbel's going to shoot to an early lead as you see the 75 of Fatless Dig now underneath that 94. But it looks like the 94 is going to be able to keep that momentum all the way through the center of the corner and off. Asbel's going to pick up right where he left off, right in the lead. Looking back from him, we're actually going to go through the pack here just a little bit. Kind of a different view of all the action. Here's, not quite sure, couldn't see the number right there. Oh, it's a 98. Here's the 25, Alpha York now. Again, pretty solid racing all the way around. A little bit of contact there between the 25 and that other Napa machine, but it's starting to get spread out. Couple trucks are side by side, no real issues. That was the only caution that we've had so far tonight was for the one and only stage that you just saw. Stage 2 is in about 52 laps, give or take. Going to keep working it through. Here's the 12 with Double J, rocking that Sirius XM IK9 machine. Looks pretty good. Red, white, and blue colors. Again, he is NNR's Marine, and looking pretty good out there tonight. Still going through. 17 is Spurl. Rowdy Burns also back here in that 69 truck. Looks pretty good. Kind of looks like a might be an old National Guard throwback to Dale Jr. I could be wrong. I am biased a bit. Love me some Dale Jr. Here's that 64, exclusively elite for old Miss K Baby 94 out there in chat, showing her guys. He's working his way closer and closer to the back bumper of the 88. Again, if there's anybody worth following around this place, it's going to be Watt Racing. I mean, he is last year's series champion. Definitely, with exclusively elite just coming into NNR, probably a good guy to tag along with and see where he's getting his marks. Where he's getting on the, maybe if he's tapping a brake, where he's getting off the gas, where he's getting on the gas, where he's able to pull from you just a little bit. But as you see, these guys here in front of him are all side by side, so not really able to make up too much time. A little bit of a push there from exclusively elite to the back bumper of the 88. Some pretty hard, pretty solid racing right now. Exclusive going to try that high line, try to get around the 88. Maybe he can get back into gas. Might be on a little bit higher of a setup, so just a little bit freer off the corner, able to get back into gas a little bit sooner. There's a 77. Looks like there wasn't any real contact. He's able to pull down in front of that 88, move that 64 truck up one spot. Keep going through the field here. So far, still the same. Looks like you got Asbel and then King Outbreak right there in P2 with the 75 of Fatless Dig, and then the 00 of Blessed Hands in P4. So your top five really has not changed all that much. Again, there's bot plays. Kind of like this 00 of Blessed Hands. Kind of reminds me of the old Baja Blast paint scheme from a few years back. Looks pretty good. Bolt Donkey Fan, thank you very much for the follow, sir. Apologize, I didn't see that a little bit ago. As you can tell, these trucks out there, they keep me pretty busy. And again, this is just the truck series. On Tuesday night, we'll be back with the Xfinity series right here from Bristol. And then on Thursday night, I'll hang around with the one and only HD Motorsports as we see the Cup guys come along here. And guys, as you see above the NNR logo on the bottom right-hand side, it says that there's the Cup prize on Thursday night. One of NNR's Cup drivers offered up a little bit of a cash prize in the form of Microsoft points. If you can correctly choose or select the top three, who will be talking with HD and me at the end of the race. Now, it doesn't have to be first, second, third. It could be second, third, first, second, third, first, third, second, whatever, in any kind of order. On Thursday night, before the end of stage 2, if you can correctly choose the top three that'll finish here at Bristol, you got some Microsoft points coming your way in the form of a code to put it towards Heat 5 or towards some other DLC or whatever. Not going to really talk about the amount, but I will tell you that on Thursday night, if you can correctly choose the top three that come across that start-finish line, first, second, and third, we're going to send you a Microsoft code. So definitely be sure to check us out on Thursday night. But yeah, we still got the rest of tonight and all night Tuesday night to talk about these truck and Xfinity guys. Still kind of working our way through the field here. There's old Watt Racing now in that 88. Just a couple positions back. I'm not quite sure where he is. Nope, unfortunately can't vote now. Gotta be there Thursday night, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and grab us a lap count from the one and only Cowboy. The next time he swings on by the start-finish line, and it looks like he just did that. So we got 30 laps remaining here in stage 2. They're on lap 21 now, lap 22 of 51. So clicking them off pretty quick. I'll have to see if Asbel's able to hold on to that lead that he had, or if somebody else is going to be able to catch it and maybe give him a little bit more of a run for his money. As you see, exclusively elite diving under the 16 right now. 16 up high, exclusively elite down low. Little bit of fender-to-fender action. 64 down low, able to get back in the gas. 64 is going to have that high line momentum, though. 16 is going to definitely dive into the corner a little bit deeper than a 64. Side by side, almost some contact there, but no such dice. They're still rolling. Look at his 16 holding strong, but it doesn't look like it's going to last very long. Then let's move the 16 up one more with the 88 of Watt Racing close in tow. What a great battle. That's the way you do it, and you do it cleanly. Congratulations to those two. Absolutely. If you're out there and you want to clip that and save it for yourself, I wouldn't blame you. Just go up in the top right-hand corner of your phone, tablet, computer, laptop, whatever you're watching, and you see a little movie marker thingy up there. Yeah, if you see something that happens on track that you like, go ahead and slap that. I'll get notified that you did it. Of course, I'll thank you for it. And not only you, but anybody that watches the stream at any point can go back and take a look at any of the clips that are made on during any race. So let's keep going through here. There's the 94 getting past. I think that was the 5. Not 100% sure. It could also be the 12 Double J. But there he is, looking at the back of that 8 truck. So doesn't really look like Asbull is getting away nearly as far as he was earlier. King Outbreak is absolutely staying very, very close to his tire tracks. Looks like the 8 might be a little tight getting into her. 894 might be using a little bit more brake than Asbull is, but definitely different lines getting into the corner. King Outbreak is a little bit lower, where the 8 truck of Asbull is a little higher. That doesn't leave a whole lot of room for that 8 truck, especially as he's coming up on some lap traffic. Those guys are definitely going to make that 8 truck a little bit tighter, but it looks like 69 of Rowdy Burns going to go ahead and pull on down, let the leader go. No real challenge there. He knows there's no sense in holding up the leader, except to maybe try to get in behind second place or wherever there's a gap. So he remains the first truck, one lap down, if in fact that's where he's at. But let's go ahead and get on back again. Master, it's actually on your phone. I do it, or your tablet, or whatever you're watching. I do it all the time. It's in the top right-hand screen, wherever you would go to follow or hit the notifications or hit the subscribe button. It's all right there. It looks like it's a little movie clapper, whatever you want to call that thing. But still working our way through. Here's back to blessed hands. Again, the 5 little tank. Looks like the 5's gonna try to hold off that 8. No such dice though. 8 and the 5 made some contact. Looks like the 8 went around. I don't see a caution as of yet. It looks like they're gonna stay green, and the 94 is gonna be the big recipient of that issue. But we are only in the second stage, so I'm not quite sure how that's gonna affect Asbull's night. But yeah, clearly moved the 94 up to P1. The 5 little tank is now the first truck one lap down. He's got to try to stay in the tire tracks of this 94 in case that caution does come out. But so far, it looks like we're staying green. Back to the 33 and Trip. Kind of keep an eye on this guy as he makes some revolutions around this place. That could not have made Asbull very happy. Not at all. 88 Watt. Actually, you know what? When he gets back to the start finish line on the next lap, I'm gonna take a lap or two around Bristol Motor Speedway with the 88, last year's series champion, and see where he's letting off, see where he's getting back in the gas, what kind of line he's running. But most of all, listen to the engine on this thing. Guys, crank it up. And of course, just as I say that, caution comes out, and it looks like we're going to be, I don't believe this is going to be for this stage. I think something happened somewhere else. Yep, it's going to be a yellow flag. Y'all want to know how to follow NNR? Go ahead and take a look at this.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow No Name Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
All right, as always, back at it. They're about to go green. Looks like the 51 of SWATs. I'm sorry, the 64. There's your body exclusively elite. Gonna take this field into turn 1 and 2 on the low side. Maybe wash up in front of Fatless Dig. Says no. Fatless Dig still up high, able to keep that 64 pinned down low. There's the 88 of Watt Racing right now, back in about P4, P5. Going side by side here quite a bit. There's the 8 truck of Asbel in the back. It's going to be interesting to see how he's going to be able to work his way back up front, getting underneath the 16, but he's got a line of cars there in front. He's really going to have to show a little bit of patience, trying to work past his traffic. He knows that he's got a fast truck, but we got to see a truck around there, but he's on the apron. I'm going to guess they're probably going to keep this green. That was not of any of Asbel's making. It's just a couple of others that were around him. Still working our way through. Here's your current leader, though. The only guy that has won any of the races here in the Challenger round for the 2020 NNR Chase. King Outbreak got it done at Kansas. Then he got it done again last week at Watkins Glen, so he went back to back. Masco, I'm not sure. I've clipped a few things whenever I'm watching HD's stream, but then again that's PC, so I don't really know. No, actually, I was playing tanks yesterday, and I clipped something, so I know Xbox does it. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be under caution. That last caution was actually the end of stage 2. So we saw Asbel wrap up stage 1. King Outbreak is going to go ahead and grabbed max stage points in stage 2. And we're going to have to see if he's going to be able to hold on to this 75. Fatless Dig looks awfully hungry. There's the 00 of Blessed Hands right there in P3. Last year's series champ, the 88 of Watt Racing in P4. Then I believe that's Trippy right there in P5. And then you got the 8 of Asbel. Looks like he did not get a good start at all, or he started in a higher gear that he didn't mean to. But these guys are going to get a phenomenal run down the backstretch, getting into turn 3 and 4. For the first time. 00 Blessed Hands to the outside, 75 Fatless Dig to the inside, 88 Watt Racing. I believe that's the 77 a Trip. Not 100% sure right now, still kind of working our way through. Here's back to the 8. We know he's got a fast truck. Let's see if he's able to do it. Unfortunate for Bot Plays, it looks like he's on pit road, kind of lagged out. That means Bot is going to have to really step up his game next week at Indy, see if he can get it done there. I think that may be the only way that Bot has a chance at getting into the round of 8 next week. So we'll have to see. Speaking of the guy, there he is right there in chat saying he lagged out. Bot, very unfortunate. Sorry to hear that, sir. Whoa, contact. Looks like one of the trucks got a little loose. I'm not sure if that was Double J or who, but there's definitely some contact there. There's that 33 of Trip. So the 77 in front is not Trip. See the 8 truck of Asbel looking underneath NNR Trip right now. Asbel kind of pushing him up, but that might actually help the 33 if he can get a good launch off the corner. Nope, move the 8 truck up 1 position. Now he's kind of boxed in between the 33 and the 75 of Fatless Dig, but first and second are starting to scoot away. You see the series champ right now keeping an eye on all things right in front of him. He sees the 8, he sees the 75, he sees the 33, and now he sees the 64 of Exclusively Elite get by him on the high side. Could be that 88 is kind of conserving his tires. I ran the fun run here the other night, and you will absolutely smoke the tires getting into these corners if you don't take it easy. It could just be that he's trying to preserve his stuff, and I couldn't blame him. Back to Double J. There's the 77. That's the truck we were looking at. Old Tar Heel. Looks like he's having a pretty good stage right now. You see the 00 of Blessed Hands right behind the 94 of King Outbreak. But the 8 of Asbel looks like he's starting to make a little bit of noise. 77 went up and hit that wall. That definitely took away a little bit of the momentum. Also halted the 8's progress because he had to check up, make sure that the 77 wasn't going to come down into him. Let's get back to Exclusively Elite. Looked like he was doing pretty well there on that high side. There he is. He's going to try to run down the 75 of Fatless Dig. Keep up with that 77, and if he can keep up with that 8 truck, he might actually pull off some pretty good points. Now, Exclusively Elite, he joined NNR a little too late to be part of the championship picture, but that doesn't mean he can't play spoiler and go ahead and grab some trophies and say, hey, I'm here for next year. You're not going to just walk away. I will be here. I am competitive. And he's shown it so far every single race that he's been in, whether it was Kansas, the Glen, or here, or even before the chase started. So good to see him. There's a 90 old Papa Bear. There's Fatless Dig. Kind of take a look back from him. I see the 64 was able to walk to get by that 75. Move that 64 up. Yet another position, showing just how strong he is. Now the 8 truck of Asbel can absolutely see the leader, not too far off. As Asbel's getting into the corner, the leaders are in the second half coming off the turn, but he's not too far. So, we watched King Outbreak win the last 2 races. He's in this fight only 15 points behind Asbel, so he's clearly shown a lot of strength in the first 2. Again, the only guy to win a race in the first round of the 2020 chase here in NNR. Going to keep working our way through the field. There's your leader. Looking back to the 00, the 8, the 64, and the 77. 70. I like that paint scheme on the 77. Looks pretty slick. Here's the 5 of Little Tank. K-Baby 94 is saying, yes, he's very competitive. K-Baby, no doubt. Everybody that's here in NNR is extremely competitive. I mean, yeah, it's like part of their nature. These guys are the best to take to heat for when it comes to presets. So it sounds like old Exclusively Elite's right where he belongs because he's keeping up with the best of them. And he's running them down. He's catching up to the 77. Now there is a draft here at Bristol Motor Speedway, but it's not as big as you might find at some of these other tracks. We'll get to like Las Vegas here in a couple weeks. That's a draft track. Next week when we head to Indy, that's a huge draft track. You really got to check up when you're getting into those corners. The fun runs are really going to teach the drivers a lot about their trucks as they get prepared for their individual community race, whether it's these trucks next Sunday night or the Xfinity or the Cup guy. I mean, that the draft at Indy is going to be a pretty big factor on whether you overrun turns 1 and 3, or if you're able to get into the corners as you need to. There's 69 of Rowdy Burns on pit road. Not sure if he's in there for a pit stop. I don't see the truck rocking back and forth like he's getting fuel or anything looks like that. Looks like he's kind of stationary. I wonder if that 69's lagged out. If he has, that could put a coffin, put a nail in the coffin for that 69. We'll have to see. Just saw another truck. Not sure if that was lag or what, but somebody was around on the bottom. Here's Fatless Dig. Now, we saw the 64 behind Fatless before, and we saw the 64 behind that 77. Now the 64 is actually ahead of the 77, so I'm guessing we're moving old Exclusively Elite into the top 5, and in fact, right now, your top 5 is King Outbreak, looks like Left Hands, Asbel, Exclusively Elite, and then Tar Heel. So that is your top 5, Exclusively Elite, again showing just how strong that truck is, not only on the short run, but on the long run as well. Looks like Outbreak's got a little bit of damage there to that right front. Doesn't really show that anybody's been able to catch him. You know, Blessed Hands definitely has been back there a little bit. You can see from looking back from this 94 truck, the 8 of Asbel is absolutely running him down. There's old Trip, a little bit of contact with the wall coming off the corner. There's Watt Racing again. Alpha York now on pit road. I'm guessing that was the car that was spinning around. We'll have to see if Alpha York was the one that backed out or if that was something else. But let's go ahead and actually check in with the stream of the 94 of King Outbreak as he comes across the line this time, and also go ahead and grab us a lap count. Here's I every week I talk about how focused Outbreak is anytime we check in on him to see just what he's doing. And I tell you what, this guy has such a positive focus on what he's doing every single week. This could be the reason why he is the sole winner in each of the truck races in the first round of the 2020 chase so far. Let's go ahead and check on King Outbreak, see what he. Pretty soon. Let's go ahead and bring it on back. And kind of check in. There's again, there's second place, old Blessed Hands. Looks he's definitely having a pretty good race right now. Uh, 94 is actually still on track. We got some contact there. 33.5 Little Tank. And that truck just went over his hood. I'd be surprised if that caution doesn't come out. Those guys were definitely in the racing groove. And, yep, there it is. So, 94's got to really try to dodge these guys. So, this is going to change everything. Everybody's now going to be able to make it on fuel. One more time. Going to take a quick commercial break, but we will be right back.
Hey NNR fans, are you looking for a way to rep your favorite NASCAR Heat Preset League on Xbox Live? Look no further. Just go to nnrleague.com, scroll down to the Zazzle tab, and see what we have to offer. From t-shirts to hoodies to clocks, we have everything you need to show your support. Thanks for being the best fans, and we hope to see you at the track repping that NNR red.
All right, getting back at it. 00 of Blessed Hands with the 8 of Asbel to his outside. Looks like the 77, the 64. Here he comes on that low side. 64, exclusively elite, moving his way into P3. A little bit of a fight from the 77 to his outside, but the 64 should be able to hold that line. Go ahead and keep an eye on him right here. 77, okay, let's keep going back a little bit. Kind of get let's get a perspective from NNR Trip here, right behind the 5 of Little Tank. 5 is now working pretty close to the 51 of NNR SWATs, the Truck Series admin or leader. He's the one that gets all these guys together, coordinates the fun runs. That's another thing, guys. If you want to participate in any of the NNR fun runs, whether it's on a Friday night for the trucks, or Monday night for Xfinity, or on a Wednesday night for the Cup guys, you're very welcome to. Just get a hold of somebody that you know that runs here in NNR. Reach out to me on Twitter. Just repeat 1975 or send me a friend request on the Xbox. We can absolutely get you in, get you settled, introduce you a little bit. These guys definitely like to reach out and talk to everybody. I mean, there's a lot that goes on in NNR on every single week. Don't be a stranger. Reach out to these guys. They, again, they'd love to talk to you. Any questions about presets and how to change around, what to do with the right sides versus lefts? How much does tape come into factor? What kind of preset would you choose on any certain kind of a track? These guys are the best on presets on the Xbox, hands down. As far as Heat 4 goes, you could do worse than to talk to these guys. Still kind of working our way through here. Here's exclusively elite now behind the 00. So we saw the 00 of Blessed Hands up in P2 earlier. Here comes the 64. Going to try to dive underneath that 00. A little bit of brake so the truck doesn't wash up too much. 00 is going to get a great run off the corner. They're going to go side by side across the line. Going into turn 1 and 2. 00 still hanging tight on the outside. Going to be able to get a little bit of momentum down the straightaway, not too much. Again, back into gas earlier than the 64 was able to. 64 making sure he was able to clear him before getting back into gas. Again, move that 64 up one more spot. P3. There's old Fatless Dig right behind him. There's the 8th truck of Asbel. Once he gets into that clean air, Asbel is easily, or so it seems, able to completely check out. So great run by Asbel. 94's back here in traffic here just a little bit. Looks like he's fighting with the 88 of Watt Racing right behind. To the outside of Watt is the 75, I believe, of Fatless Dig. Pretty good racing. Again, Tar Heel also having a stellar race tonight. Right now, the only truck in front of Tar Heel is the 8 truck of Asbel. Next time King Outbreak comes on by, I'll go ahead and grab us a lap count. Right now, he's on the back stretch. A little bit of a battle here between the 33 of Trip and the 18 truck of NNR Cowboy. Here's the 88 of Watt Racing now behind the 33, trying to keep it off the wall, but giving the 18 of Cowboy all the room he needs on the bottom. This time by, it looks like we'll be coming to just about 29 laps remaining here in the NNR Truck Series race from Bristol Motor Speedway. I keep flipping back and forth between Cowboy Stream and King Outbreak Stream, and yeah, they're both giving it all they got. You just saw the 88 watt get by um, the 18 truck of NNR Cowboy. So Cowboy having a pretty solid race. I would say probably between 6th and 10th. 27 laps remaining. Here we're checking with old Papa Bear. Papa Bear looks like he's might be a little bit off the pace. Not quite sure. Don't really see a whole lot of damage. Or it might just be hard to see on that all-white truck. Not 100% sure. A little bit of a battle here. 00 Blessed Hands, 75 Fatless Dig down below. And right behind these two is the 88 of Watt Racing. Watt trying to challenge this 00. 00's been up front and competitive all night long. So if that kind of gauges where Watt's at right now, he could be in the top 5. As soon as he flips through his menu, let's see. Asbel, then it's Tar Heel, exclusively elite in P3. King Outbreak in 4th. Fatless Dig 5th, and Blessed Hands in 6th. So that battle back behind Fatless right now is for 6th place. So that's your last year's series champ and the 00 battling it out hard for one position, and it looks like the 88 is going to be able to take that. Still working our way through. There's Trip. It's a pretty nice looking Exalted machine. Rico. I'm sure if Coey was watching the race right now, he'd be pretty happy to see Rico on the tailgate for this 33 machine for Trippy Main. Rico is actually where our community leader works, or what he works on. Not 100% sure, but yeah, Coey, if you're out there, thank you very much for all you do and all you put up with to get these races on every single week. It's been a long season. It's not over yet. Still got a long way to go. There's 17 of Sparrow right behind that 33 Rico machine. There's Swats in that 51 right in front of Tribby. And then back to Cowboy. We've been using him a little bit for lap counts and whatnot. He's behind these guys as well. There's exclusively elite. And actually, he's running in P2 right now. So somehow I missed where he was able to get past second place. And it looks like it just happened. So yeah, 'cause there's that 77 right behind him. So exclusively elite, P2, trying to run down the leader in the 8 truck of Asbel. I wish we had a distance meter or gauge to be able to tell you exactly how far back he is, whether he's running him down or if they're kind of running the same time, keeping the same distance between the two. But neither the 8 nor the 64 are streaming right now. But either way, that 64 is definitely laying down some pretty fast laps, able to work his way inside the top 3 with 77 right behind him. Good job. Kind of get back here. Asbel right now looks like he has an entire straightaway all to himself. So even though King Outbreak has won the last 2 races here in the Truck Series, it looks like Asbel is going to go ahead and, unless something happens, it looks like he's going to go ahead and get it done tonight. I don't think anybody's going to be able to run him down. I'm sure by now we are in the teens as far as how many laps to go. I'll go ahead and check in with King Outbreak next time he comes by the start and finish line. As he comes by, yep, exact 12 laps to go. So the only thing that might be able to help somebody, and when I say somebody, we're talking about exclusively elite, to where he might be able to catch this 8 truck, is if the 8 catches this lap traffic. Now, if I were Asbel, after what happened between him and Papa Bear last time, I would say, you know what? I don't need to lap these guys. I've got enough of a gap between me and second place to where I can just ride, keep these guys in front of me, but yet keep an eye on second place to where I just stay in front of them. 10 laps to go. Your top 5 is Asbel. King Outbreak right now, or no, I guess King Outbreak did work his way back into P2. Then you get the 64 of Exclusively Elite. Tar Heel in 4th, and Fatless Dig back there in P5. But if you look backwards, yeah, there's nobody anywhere near this 8 truck. So again, unless something happens and the 8 tries to get greedy, he's gonna lock up this win, and absolutely know that next week when we get to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, he does not have to really press in order to make sure that he's good. If something happens and he lags out or wrecks out or whatever, he knows that he's good to go. Whether he takes no points or, hey, who knows, maybe 52. We'll have to see. But, yep, we got 6 laps remaining here in the race for the Truck Series at Bristol Motor Speedway. It's just this 8 truck, keeping the 18 right in front of him. Doesn't look like King Outbreak is going to be able to do anything with him. Actually, it looks like King Outbreak is on pit road. I'm not sure if he got forced pit or what happened, but he's on pit road. He's actually going to fall all the way back to 12th, but that does not matter. King Outbreak is locked in. I'm going to stay right here with the 8. 5 laps remaining, might be 4, depending if King Outbreak was lapped right there. As you see him right now in front of the 8, he just came off of pit road. Oh no, I'm sorry. There he is. There's Asbel again. Again, Asbel just keeping these guys in front of him. No one anywhere near him. Again, this is absolutely his race to lose. Just waiting on the last couple laps to wind down. Looks like King Outbreak has removed his roster, so I'm not quite sure who is around him, although he's back there in 12th, so I'm not 100% sure. Let's actually go ahead and pull up the stream from Cowboy, see if that gives me a little bit better of a picture. Cowboy's in 10th, so that looks like that's going to be it. You see Asbel right behind the 17 of Spurl. He's coming to just basically on his cool down lap now. So the 1 truck of Asbel is going to go ahead and get it done. It looks like it was Asbel, Fatless Dig, and Exclusively Elite. He will bring it home in P3. Watt Racing P4. And unfortunately, the rest of the finishing order went away before I could get the rest. So yeah, that's who we'll be talking to. Asbel, Fatless, Exclusively Elite, Watt Racing, Tar Heel, Blessed Hands, Little Tank, NNR Swats, and NNR Trip, followed by NNR Cowboy. That is going to be your top 10. Again, congratulations to Asbel. No surprise, he's been extremely fast, very dominant here in the Truck Series, well before the chase started. He locks himself in to the next round. He's going to join King Outbreak in that capacity, and we're going to go ahead and work our way back and talk to these drivers once they work their way into the booth. I'm going to go ahead and shut these other streams down for those guys. Let's take a look here. All right. All right, so we are back there. All right, I see Fatless Dig, I see Asbel, I see Swats, and there is Exclusively Elite. So, Elite, you finished 3rd, right?
Yep.
Well, I tell you what, bud, you have a hell of a cheering section here in the chat. KBaby94 has been out there talking about how competitive you are, saying, let's go 64. That's what I'm talking about. You get it, 64. Talking about when you're making these moves, getting on by the trucks, whether it's the low line, the high line. It really seemed like your truck was able to get it done anywhere you put it. Tell us about that 64 machine tonight.
Yeah, it was good. It was a lot better on the long run than anything else. That's I had a horrible starting position because I'm not good on the short run, but about 10 laps in, I could make a lot of good moves.
Yeah, we saw you pass a few people. I mean, I can think of at least twice. Once where you were on the outside of the 77, another where you were on the outside of the 88 of Watt Racing, and you were just able to get back to the gas a bit um, sooner than they were, or um, they were just a bit cautious about getting into the gas and didn't want to wash up and get into you. But either way, I saw both of those passes were on the high side. You definitely had a hell of a machine tonight.
Yeah. I could have ended up getting second, but I don't know if you saw on the stream or not.
Yep,
Got
I
nailed
sure
into
did.
the wall by a lap car, yeah. And he's complaining because about 4 or 5 laps to go. He dove it in underneath, and then I clipped the wall. And when you clip the wall, it automatically shoots you down the track. And since he dove it in, he didn't have no time to react and spun off my rear end. He can
Yeah,
cry
well,
all he wants, but I mean, he's already locked in, so it doesn't
hey,
matter.
it's Bristol. There's going to be some beating and banging, and absolutely, Bristol is a self-cleaning track. If you hit that wall, you're going to go inwards. There's nothing or almost nothing you can do about it unless you just don't have a whole lot of speed. But yeah, hey, it's racing, beating and banging, bumping runs, whatever. I mean, they were happening all over the place. Saw a lot of two wide, sometimes three wide, and I think I saw once a little bit of four wide when I was watching um,
Yep,
uh,
he was the
King
idiot that
King
made it
Outbreak.
4 wide. But
Okay,
it's
so
okay for him to do that. But if I hit the ball and come down the track, that I'm an idiot.
well, I would just look at the. I mean, yeah, it's not second place. We're gonna talk to Fatless here in a second. But you know what? I'm looking forward to see what you're going to be able to do the rest of the season. I know you're not in the championship hunt. You're here just collect wins, collect points, and make a point for a ride when we get to the 2021 season, and hopefully we'll see you back here for that. But man, hell of a job tonight.
Appreciate it.
You got it, man. Any shout outs? I know you definitely got a cheering section, but any shout outs from you?
Really just to my family and girlfriend who always tune in, and I guess just for you putting it on, and hopefully, which the guy that done that was my team owner, so if I still have a ride next week, if not, I'm sure somebody will pick me up with 2 second places and third place.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're kind of exclusively solid. Let's say that. There you go. All right, Fatless Dig.
What's up, Pete?
Fallis, you started on the pole. You got things going. You got it moving. You seemed like you were right around the 8, the 94, the 77, the double O, almost all night long, able to keep that thing going and pointed in the right direction for the entire night. Was your truck as stable as it looked while following you?
Yeah, for the most part, we weren't as quick in the early part of the run. Really needed that last stage to not have any cautions, but yeah, I mean overall it was pretty good.
I'd say so, man. Watching you, I saw you fall back in the pack a little bit. I saw you work your way back up again. I mean, it absolutely seemed like you were on a tear. I mean, it had you, the double O, the 77, the 94, and the 8, pretty much all night long, except for exclusively elite. I mean, what he just said about the long run, kind of, you're kind of echoing what he said, and it showed that all night long. Tell us about that pole run.
Yeah, well, we had a team practice earlier, and I kind of picked up on and that pole run was actually my fastest lap. Um, I had obviously a different setup for qualifying. But yeah, like I said, in the race, if those guys would catch me, kind of let them by and, kind of just kind of let it play out there. Again, hoping that it would go green.
Gotcha. In the first stage, we saw Asbel really pull away and start lapping a lot of cars. Were you one of the ones that were lapped and had to rely on that first stage break to get back on the lead lap to where you were able to finally get your adjustment, or were you on the lead lap the entire night?
No, I stayed in the top three there in the first stage, and then battled a little bit of trying to keep track position in the top five. At one point, I think I fell back to like seventh, and then through that last series of things in that last run, I was able to work my way back up there. But Exclusive is right. He should be talking to you from second position. He clearly got wrecked out of second. Um, and I have a feeling Watt kind of slowed down so that he wouldn't get wrecked. Otherwise, I think Exclusive would have lost out of a top three. So, um, that kind of is what it is.
Yeah, I definitely saw a few trucks having to check up for that wreck. But man, congratulations on P2. This will absolutely help your bid going forward. I'm not quite sure where you sit right now. I'm still kind of watching the scroll, but man, congratulations. Any shout outs from you?
Yeah, just normal, rook racing team time that we put in. And if anybody has not said Happy Mother's Day, you got less than 2 hours. Get the fuck to it.
That's right. Absolutely. Definitely wish your mother. You only get one in life. Wish her happy Mother's Day. Call 1-800-Flowers. Get them moving. I don't know. It's kind of late for that, but hey, you never know. But no, congratulations again, Fallastig. And then Asbel. Why am I surprised? Should I be surprised? I don't know.
Uh,
King Outbreak has been able to get it done here the last 2 weeks, and then you come along tonight. I know that King Outbreak actually had some issues. I don't know if he got force pit or what. I saw him go down pit road. I know he didn't get any gas, but something happened with you earlier when you were trying to get past the lap car. We were on for that, and then something happened with him, and you were able to capitalize. Take us through those last 10 or 15 laps.
well, I mean, first stage, I mean, I got, like you said, I just took off a little bit. I was able to stay in front. The second stage, I was trying to lap Double J, and I think he got in the wall and he hit my nose, and he kind of wrecked me. So I ended up getting a lucky caution because I think Double J actually wrecked again and took out the leader. The leader got a bunch of damage going into either the second stage or it might have been a third stage. Finished in the starting the third stage. I'm not sure. So I was able to capitalize with sixth place in the second stage, and then I was able to move up to I think fourth in the third stage, and then just kind of worked my way to front.
Man, I was talking a little bit ago about King Outbreak being locked into the chase after winning both Kansas and the Glen in the trucks, and then now you're locked in. So if anything should happen, excuse me, anything should happen next week when we go to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, if there's a lag issue or whatever, you know that you're going to be in the next round starting at Las Vegas. Got one more race to go. Now, are you going to start thinking about the later tracks? Or do you feel that maybe you need to concentrate a little bit on Indy? It's not your typical oval. It's not a Pocono, although there is a corner at Pocono modeled after Indy, but it's not your typical cookie cutter track either. Does Indy have any concern for you?
Not really. I like a lot of tracks. I only have a few tracks I'm kind of concerned with, but like I said, I just take it track by track, week by week. We'll just see how it goes. We've been practicing a lot more lately since it's in the playoffs, so we've been getting it done.
Gotcha. Well, man, congratulations. Like I said, you're locked in to the next round. You will start when we go to Vegas. You'll still be um, hunting those wins, hunting those stage points that'll carry over to the following round. You've got some points tonight to head towards Vegas, but again, one more race here in the trucks. Any shout outs from you?
Yeah, man, the Rook racing. We almost had it all in the top 10. We got Spurl to finish 11th. I wish he would have kept it in 10th, but he got a little loose on the last couple laps. But I mean, just shout out to Spurl, Trippy. Alpha lagged out sadly, and then he had Fatless finish second. So it was a good night for Rook racing.
Yeah.
Just
Speaking
glad to
of,
get. Oop,
say what?
what? I said it was just a good thing to get the win tonight.
Yeah.
Kind of wanted it in trucks.
Yeah. Speaking of Spurl, he actually just typed in the chat saying "good run, guys." So absolutely couldn't agree more. But as for me, guys, that's gonna be it for tonight for the NNR Truck Series at Bristol Motor Speedway. We will be back on Tuesday night, same bat time, same bat channel, with Xfinity. I'm not sure if I said that. There's an echo in my ear. Sorry. But guys, also as you see, still above that NNR logo on the bottom right-hand side on Thursday night, there will be a cash prize awarded if you can pick the top 3 finishing cars for the Cup Series. Now, again, it doesn't have to be first, second, and third. It could be third, second, first, or first, third, second, whatever. As long as you pick, and you're the first one to pick the top 3 cars in the Cup Series on Thursday night, you got some Microsoft points or Microsoft cash coming your way. Please stay tuned for more. One of the Cup guys was nice enough to go ahead and offer that up. But, yeah, so I will see you on Tuesday night. Xfinity cars right back here. If you want to take place with the Xfinity Fun Run on Monday night, right between 9 and 9:30 Eastern Time, hit us up on Facebook, on Twitter, _racing. You could send me a message, repeat 1975, or if you know anybody that races with us, yeah, get in on it. It's a lot of fun, and hopefully maybe I'll see you there. Until then, catch y'all Tuesday. Stay healthy, stay safe. Wish your mom a happy Mom's Day, and I'll see you then.